begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may he have mercy on your soul. To the wellspring, begin.
So this is it. The Arena of the One. I'll stand to my word, sorcerer. Godwoken. Whatever happens here, I'll fight at your side.
Divinity will be mine, and mine alone! I'm ready!
Divinity will be mine, and mine alone!
So good of you to come, Godwoken. You know, you are many things, but above all, you are reliable. Reliable to the point of being predictable. You came to the wellspring. I followed. The Lady Vengeance is, after all, my ship. And now here we all are.
It is time, mistress.
She gives you a long and steady look, as if it is the last time you shall see each other for the rest of eternity. Then she dips her chin in acknowledgement. You are almost her equal.
Yes, Readerman, it is time.
What are you doing here, traitor? Does your scheming never end? I believed you, Dallas, when you told me I was chosen. But all this time, you were lying. You were trying to prevent my ascension. The Godwoken shall ascend.
You were right, mistress. He is an imbecile.
Not an imbecile, just misguided. Wiser ones than him were lured by the promise of all that power. And it brought them to nothing but ruin. It brought me ruin. Anyway, it all ends now. You see, divinity is the problem. I am here to fix that. And now, finally!
She raises the Aeteran. Like a divining rod to water, it seeks the wellspring and finds it. The device hums to life.
There is no value in further debating the matter. Your time and...
We are done, mistress.
Yes, Breedeman, we are done. And so too, Godwoken, are you. Soon you shall be little more than relics of a bygone time, and this place shall be your tomb. Goodbye.
It might be wise to look for a way out of here.
The ritual has failed. The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. You should feel relief, disappointment, confusion, anything but the rage that wells up from deep within you. The rage grows, burning hotter than the volcano itself, tearing at you, seeking to overpower your senses. The red mist wants to descend, and it wants you. A familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you in hateful fury. It opens its mouth, and your furious god begins to speak.
You're not trying to escape, are you? Greet the Reaper for me.
The Titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. Shockwaves of sound pierce the...
It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Ah, find my beacon. We need to get out of here now.
Her voice crackles and dissipates in your mind.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. Okay. The Hall of Echoes once more. Our home away from home. Close indeed. You almost became a god, and instead you're still... you. At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but... it'll have to wait.
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy it. You deserve that much.
Ifan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. There is neither affection nor blame in his expression. He gives no sign. Ifan's eyes flicker rapid. He whispers, Glekud. Then before your eyes, that you could hear. For now...
Not right now. Come back. Not many things are...
It's so cold. I haven't felt cold in centuries. What happened? I just remember... Oh no. No, that can't be right. This... Wonderful! What a fascinating experience! And no more having to watch from the shadows. No more having to walk mysterious social...
The skeleton pulls a notebook from the folds of his robes and starts scribbling. As you walk away, you hear him muttering about Observations on the Mortal Races, Volume 1.
All this commotion hasn't made it any easier for me to restore anathema. The fewer distractions, the better. My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate...
The day was lost, and no one won. Divinity is still up for grabs. Will you be the one to grab it? I do so wonder. I did. She's quite graciously taking us to demon-haunted arcs. Our pursuits align and continue. You're mine.
After all that's just happened, life, every flawed morsel of it, you look around at those divinity has eluded you so far. Who knows what lies ahead for you, for your companions? Your quest failed. The void is growing stronger, and the hall is dark. You feel the need for some affection. Perhaps they feel it too. His smile is like a conquest. His chest swiftly moved against yours, a battalion ready to breach.
When all is at its darkest, the soul longs for the light of love. Lead the way, my darling.
As you move to go below decks, the live wood creaks and groans. The steps you thought you knew lead you to a part of the ship you've never seen before. A newly carved nook that smells of resin and wood chips. Touching the wall beneath your fingers, the live wood hums at your touch. You understand that the Lady Vengeance has carved this space for you in gratitude for your help. You enter and feel the presence of the ship recede, offering you the total privacy of a moment alone with your companion.
Well, well. It's not the top of a white marble tower upon which a bed awaits beneath an infinity of stars, but I suppose it'll have to do.
He walks over to the bed, sits down and pats it invitingly with his hand.
Come, sit next to me. I've got something for you. No surprise there.
As you sit down next to him, he produces from the depths of his garb a magnificent glass bottle, delicate of shape and sapphire of color.
I've held on to this ever since my expulsion from the Forbidden City. I was going to open it upon my return, but this...
He looks you lovingly in the eyes.
This is an even better occasion. You are being honored with something quite exceptional. Wine, but no ordinary wine. This was made from the grapes of vines that meander along my palace's walls like the curious fingers of lovers. It's a drink sought after by emperors and artists and philosophers. One bottle such as this can ransom a king. Time will tell.
He pours 2 glasses from the bottle. The wine is so dark as to be almost black. He holds out one of the glasses to you.
Here. Let's toast. To us.
You drink, and it's magnificent. A taste that is warm and sensuous, like a prelude to ecstasy spreading itself through your veins. Then, just as sensuous, his hands are like the vines he spoke of as they meander all over your body. You kiss, and you keep kissing, entangled in one another's arms. All the while you pull at each other's clothes, until finally the very last of them is discarded upon the floor.
Lose, to behold you in this naked glory is to surmount the boundaries of existence and step into a more perfect universe. Let gods and divines keep their powers. To feel you and taste you and be with you is all I need. I hunger for you, Lose. There's no stopping me now.
His mouth against your ear, he whispers,
How do you want me? Then I need but to be myself.
He picks you up with arms strong enough to move boulders, kisses you eagerly, and lays you down upon your back. He leans over you, his hands traveling up along your inner thighs, his breath and his body hot along all of your length.
Even if you go on to become a god, you will always remember this night.
And there it is. You wake, and all is warm and smooth and just as it should be. The Red Prince's hands still glide along your every curve.
My word, I just can't bring myself not to touch you. Good. Then we can stay here forever. But of course we can't, can we? How perfectly horrid.
He rises and starts to dress. You follow suit.
To see you dress. Truly, the world has never witnessed a greater crime.
Hey, up. I hear we're about ready to move out. I reckon you'll need to talk with the ship head to summon Malady and let her know we're ready.
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed. It shall be done.
Malady's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem happy. It's written all over you. In truth, I'm glad to see it. A joyful God is a just God. I've had some time to think, and there's a few matters I want to discuss before... I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for a moment, as though...
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to divinity, and she was to help me with... another matter. The details aren't important now, it's just... never mind. Another entangling alliance. But I won't be able to disentangle it on my own. There may come a time when I need to count on you as an ally. So, are we? Allies, that is. The details are detailed. Suffice it to say that Meister Siva believed she could help me. And I believe you're twice the sorcerer she ever was. So? That's something I don't often hear. Thank you. Really. Moving on. I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for you. We have to find out what she's planning to do with the powers of the Seven. You'll need to find her and take back what she stole, and quickly, before she does something irreversible. Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand how to rule. It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line through that chaos. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the Dallas and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability. Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see? I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be strong, the Seven are gone. Slain by their Godwoken, slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they made. Very good. Then it's time we touch down in Arx and take back what Dallas stole. Shall we go? Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Malady stands at the ready.
After the briefest moment of respite, Malady brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon's secret was taking its toll on her.
Lucian's fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! Brace!